Hello everybody, welcome back to a real weather forecast. Now, I know I've been gone for a while, sorry about that, but going back on track into videos. We got lots of weather to talk about this week as we have a couple low pressure systems approaching the area to Florida coming in from the Gulf as we are in that El Nino state for winter. And with the El Nino, we all know that we do get more active weather, especially down here in the southeast. So I am expecting multiple systems to blow through the area going on this weekend into next week. Now on tropical tidbits, we can look at the precip and moisture for the GFS model. And right now we had a very weak cold front that blew through this morning. Very moisture starved. As you can see from the surface analysis, there it is across, draping down towards South Florida. Now, it did knock our temperature down to the lower 40s for North Florida and down the 50s to South Florida. You can see there is another storm system brewing out here in Texas, which is our next rainfall chance we'll see this week, which is mostly we'll see rain coming up into Wednesday night, into Thursday morning. You can see a little pulse of moisture coming in. Not too much in the way of storms, mostly just showery to moderate rain, especially into North Florida. South Florida might fizzle out by the time it gets down to South Florida. I'm not really seeing anything for South Florida as the atmosphere looks a little too dry down there. I mean, we can look at the precipitable water amounts, and you can see all the moisture is up to the north while it thins out into the bottom with that another cold front after that system, which we can expect more cooler temperatures. And you can see pretty much lots of low pressure systems along that cold front, which implies that there will be some moisture with it in some rain. Now, looking at the NWS forecast for Melbourne, they do issue that storm track of each individual storm systems we'll see during the week. This one is for Wednesday night, mostly north of Osceola and Brevard counties. But then if we head into Saturday, we definitely can see a much stronger system blowing through right about here. Now the GFS and the Euro were pretty good agreement on it as we head into here's Saturday morning. You can see pretty potent low pressure system coming in with the trailing cold front. So I do expect some stronger embedded storms ahead of the cold front. GFS itself, pretty good agreement on where the position is, but heading into the weekend to Sunday, as it heads up into the Mid Atlantic, it could see their first snow accumulation in a while, especially for North Jersey and the Pennsylvania, even New York. Now, the exact timing of the snow all depends on the location of that low and where the cold temperature is. Usually, with cold, strong snowstorms up there, you usually see a very strong high pressure system to the north, that Canadian air. So you need that very cold air, and of course, that low pressure system pumping in that air around, which then transitions that rain into snow. Now, for the GFS model, has been showing some snow accumulation down in South Jersey, but it all depends on that low pressure system's exact location. And of course, for Florida, there's that tailing cold front to the south. So we can see there's some decent chance for some severe weather. And look at the Euro icon I use pretty good too. So yeah, all the models are pretty good agreement that we'll definitely see some stronger storms into Saturday evening. Now, look at the SPC outlook. I wonder if they have any areas for us to look at. Okay, so that's for not the storm. We look at day 4, day 5. So into day 7, they got a 15% chance, which is very rare to have 15% chance out a week ahead from now. That's very interesting to see. And then here's a rainfall amounts. So here's a week worth of rain into next Tuesday on January 9th. You can see a lot of the rainfall to fall into the Gulf Coast area by Louisiana and Alabama, with rain up to about 5 inches. And looks like most of the rain will be up in North Florida as most of those low pressure systems look to track just to the north. But of course, hailing cold fronts still have some rain for South Florida, around 1 to 2 inches of rain. But of course, if you have a trailing thunderstorm or anything like that, it some isolated spots of up to 4 or 5 inches of rain. It looks like most of the heaviest rain would be to North Florida and to the coasts of Gulfs. But yeah, and then for today, temperatures after that cooler air that the cold front that blew through, we see some temperatures in the 60s up to the north from Daytona Beach area, heading down to Stewart into the upper 60s. As we are closer to that Gulf Stream, it's always warmer down there. Bennington tonight, big temperature difference from Daytona to Stewart. You can see 57 in Stewart, all the way up in Daytona, lows in the 45. It's a big difference. And then, of course, there's that cold front blowing through. Now, this is from about 5 in the morning, so the cold front is definitely down south of Stewart, probably by West Palm area. And then if we look into day 3 to 7, now here's more surface analysis. So this is Friday morning. You can see high pressure system builds, but then if you look back here, another low pressure system is developing out there. Now, you can see that's that one that could bring some snow up here to the northeast. And here, there it is, and then we have that trailing cold front behind it, and then another storm system. So it looks like a very active week ahead with storm system, strong cold front with some rain blowing through Florida, then high pressure builds in behind, dries out, cools off, and then another storm system blows in with rain. So it's like a rinse and repeat this week. So stay weather aware, and if anyone's boating out there, I would be careful because with these kind of storm systems blowing through, the pressure gradient builds, stronger winds come in, usually ahead of a cold front. The winds switch usually from southwest winds, so maybe along the coast, just you can fish, but offshore will be a little rough. And as that cold front blows through, the winds usually switch really fast to the northwest. So I would say offshore waters are not the best, but if you have a big boat, be careful. I hope you guys see you tomorrow. Stay weather aware.